Have you ever asked ChatGPT a simple question and it gives back to you a robotic wall of text? Well, you're not alone. Most people treat AI like a search engine. However, AI works much better if you treat it as a creative partner. Let me show you how you can improve your results with using AI with 4 simple prompt strategies. Here's the deal. Google is a search engine. You type in keywords and you get links. ChatGPT is a language learning model. It thinks in patterns, creativity, and context. Treat ChatGPT like a Google search engine, it will give you Google-style results. Treat it like a creative collaborator, and it can do magic. All right, let's get started. All right, strategy number 1, add context. This is a foundation, really. Think of ChatGPT like a small intern that you have to train. And if you just say write a blog post, it'll just guess. But you say for who, how do you want it to be written, what the goal is, and how it should sound, you'll get something much better. Alright, so here's an example of a very inefficient prompt. Write a blog post on using AI for small business owners. Oops, there you go. Alright, so this is a pretty good start actually. So we're telling it what to do and for small business owners. So it's telling how you can improve the businesses with all these different ways and how you can get started and even misconceptions. So this is a wonderful start. So let's see if we can improve this prompt a little bit more by giving it much more specific information. Now say if you're a marketing assistant writing for business owners and we're telling it how to explain how ChatGPT saves time in a friendly tone with 3 examples. So this is very specific to the task that was needed. If you're writing a blog post on how ChatGPT can help small business owners, more specifically in terms of how it can save time, you have to ask that to ChatGPT. So it will give you very specific examples of what you need. So this section is much smaller and easier to work with than a whole new plethora of information, which can be very tricky to sort out through. So really, if you give it vague input, you're going to get vague output. The key here is to give it context, so ChatGPT can work and tailor the research and writing and the task working towards what you need it to do. Alright, so strategy 2, input to output examples. ChatGPT, like I said earlier, is a language learning model, so it really works well with recognizing patterns. This is like giving ChatGPT a cheat sheet. You're not just asking randomly, you're showing ChatGPT examples of what you want it to give. And it's perfect to use this strategy for rewriting essays or blog posts or something like that, formatting, or even just mimicking your own tone in an email or Instagram captions or something like that. So let's try an example. So we're telling ChatGPT that the task is to write Instagram caption for creators learning AI tools. Okay, so it's giving us very different kinds of Instagram captions with different kinds of vibes as well. And it's asking how we want it to be tailored. So let's see if we can improve the strategy and say you're a content creator and you have your own specific vibe and specific energy you're trying to show up with regarding, and you have a specific vocabulary that you use. So this prompt will be wonderful in this context. So now let's improve this prompt by giving it some examples. So the same task, and we're giving it a Q, which means an input, and A is an output. So we're giving an example of this input, and this is what the output should be for that one in example 2. And then what we are asking ChatGPT is to recognize the pattern here with the tone as well, and to post about ChatGPT for productivity. Let's see what it comes up with. So there we go. So we got something very specific here compared to a whole list of examples that we would need to sort out through. So giving it more examples really hones into what a great output would be for you. So the specificity of using ChatGPT's prompts, it's so essential to what output you're going to get. So if this was my voice here, the kind of captions I create, this caption that ChatGPT gave after recognizing these two examples is really ideal for me to be more productive and effective in my work. Alright, strategy 3. This is called decomposition, which essentially is breaking down complex tasks into steps. Don't just dump a massive request to ChatGPT. It really easily gets overwhelmed and overloaded, and sometimes it doesn't make the right connections for the different queries you might ask. Here's an example of a bad prompt, so to speak. So write a full report on how AI is changing healthcare. So what generic response here that we're going to get? So it gives you a general report of introduction, the AI applications in different segments of healthcare, and the benefits, challenges, and future prospects in conclusion. So it's a pretty good beginning report. But again, this is a lot of information to sort through. If we want something that's very academic and research oriented in this case, we need to have much better understanding of what each of the words even mean. Alright, so let's see what we can do with this prompt. So we're basically saying the same task of writing a full report, but let's first list the subtasks and key questions to research to be able to structure this report. So this will allow ChatGPT to come up with lots of different ideas and different questions that we can answer to make the report very specific and tailored to what you're looking for. This is about, let's see, what the scope is and the purpose even. This is a very important part of a report, correct? The target audience, the introduction, what is AI? Everybody defines AI very differently. Benefits, what are the specific challenges? Are there very specific questions we're trying to answer in this report? If we answer some of these questions and give the input back into ChatGPT, it will be able to create and culminate the report in a much better specific way tailored to your task. So you think of ChatGPT as a project manager, and it essentially follows your lead. Strategy 4, ask ChatGPT to revise itself. Don't just settle for the first draft. You want the ChatGPT, either you yourself give it feedback on the tone and the voice and how you want it to be, or you just ask ChatGPT to improve its response and to self-critique itself to able to see where it can make some improvements. So essentially you're shaping the output like you would with any creative partner, just with ChatGPT here. So let's try an example. So our prompt is to write a brief report about the benefits of nature on mental health and productivity. So there it is. It's a very brief paragraph. A lot of people would just accept this prompt and just work with this. But now what we could actually do to improve it is to revise the prompt using case studies and to self-critique itself. So there you go. It self-critiques its strengths and improvements. And then from here you respond, yes.
Please integrate this with your previous output.
So there we go. Now it's written a much more improved summary of the benefits of nature on mental health and productivity. Essentially, you're treating AI like your intern and editor. It can revise smarter than you think. Alright, so now that we've gone through the whole 4 different strategies, let's recap. Number 1, add context. Again, this is your foundation to using ChatGPT. Number 2, use input to output examples. Number 3, break down the task into smaller subtasks. And number 4, ask ChatGPT to revise itself and give you a more polished draft. These are the different prompts that you can use to unlock ChatGPT's full potential and so that you can be productive and more efficient at your work. Let me know which is your favorite prompt down in the comments below if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video.